Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Farhan Givari. Right now, I will present about classroom management, and my topic is communicating with students. So, let's start. Now, let's start with the definition. What is classroom communication? It is a systematic process where we exchange information, ideas, and even emotions. It is important to remember that communication is more than just words. It is also about our tone and body language. In classroom management, communication is the foundation for a positive learning climate. Our goal is simple, to make sure students understand the lesson and feel safe to share their ideas. And for the next, we will discuss the three core pillars of effective communication. First is verbal communication. This is about being clear with our instructions and using a positive tone to encourage our students. Second is nonverbal cues. This means using our body language, eye contact, and even our position in the room to manage the class. And the third is active listening. As teachers, we must listen with empathy and give our full attention when students speak. These three pillars must work together to create a good connection. Right, moving on to slide 4. Let's have a let's have a look at our first pillar, which is mastering verbal communication. As teachers, we must mind our linguistic clarity. This means our instructions will be straightforward so students don't get confused. And next is the power of tone. It's always better to use a calm and firm voice rather than shouting, which can be rather stressful for the class. We should also use positive reinforcement to build confidence. And finally, use strategic questioning to get the students actually talking. It's all about creating a proper conversation. Yeah, it's all about uh, creating a proper conversation. Now let's move on to slide 5. This one is quite brilliant because it's about non-verbal cues and proximity. We don't always need to talk to manage a class. First, proper body language and a warm smile make students feel safe. Second, eye contact is a clever way to keep everyone focused. And my favorite tactic is proximity control. If a student is misbehaving, you simply walk and stand near them. They will usually quiet down without you saying a word. It's a proper, peaceful way to handle the group. And we have reached our last pillar, the art of active listening. This is not just about hearing sounds; it's about empathetic understanding. We really want to know how the student feels when a student talks. Give them a full attention, no distractions, just proper eye contact and nodding. And here is a golden rule. Do not interrupt. Let them finish their sentence first. Then you can clarify what they say to make sure you understood it perfectly. It makes the student feel quite valued. So, uh, right then, let's move on to part 2, problem solving. In this section, I'm going to apply the The communication pillars we just discussed to solve three real-world classroom challenges. We will analyze case one regarding Mr. Eleazar, distracted back row, case two about Miss Jayendra and Miss Gyandra's proactive student, and finally case three looking at Miss Yeheskila's classroom conflict. So let's look at the first case. Let's look at at case one. Mr. Elizar is having a bit of spot of bother with his background. The students are shouting and playing with toys. Not ideal, right? To solve this, Mr. Elizar should use proximity control. He doesn't need to stop the lesson. He just needs to walk and stand properly near the background. Just by being there, the student will usually stop. He can also use strategic questioning, asking those specific students a simple question to pull them back into the discussion. It's a rather clever way to regain focus without a big argument. So, moving on to slide 10, let's talk about case 2, the final. Now, this young lad is being rather reflective and cheeky to Miss Jen. Sarcastic comment can be quite testing for a teacher's patience. However, the worst thing Miss Jayendra could do is to lose her temper in front of everyone. That would simply play into his hands. My solution is a private, one-on-one intervention after class. Miss Jayendra should look him in the eye and have a proper, quiet chat by using active listening. She can find out why he is acting out while firmly setting boundaries about respect. It's a much more civil way to handle it. Uh, Now it's a final case. Final case. Uh, Here we have a proper row between student caused by verbal teasing. It has escalated into pushing, which is rather serious. First, the teacher must intervene immediately with a firm voice to separate them. After everyone has calmed down, Miss Heskila should use meditation. Bring them together for a private chat and focus on empathy. Ask them how they would feel if they were the ones being mocked. It's about teaching them that words have consequences and resetting the classroom rules about mutual respect. Quite straightforward but highly effective. To wrap up everything, let's look at our findings. Effective communication is truly the golden thread that connects classroom theories with real-world practice. By mastering our verbal clarity, our non-verbal cues, and active listening, we can easily prevent critical incidents like the ones we analyze in part two. Ultimately, when we communicate with proper empathy, we build a safe learning climate where every single student can grow. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Splendid day to you all, and goodbye. Thank you.